Hello, this is the second day of the International Thyroid Awareness Week, and we proceed with answering your questions. The second question we received is the following. TPO, please explain what that stands for and all about it. What is your top tip for antibody reduction? I managed to reduce mine by 75% by cutting out gluten, but I'm struggling to get TPO below 550. Thank you for your question. Let's clarify for us that antibodies are proteins made by the immune system to fight bacteria, viruses, and toxins. Antibodies even make cancer therapies. Thus, normally, they are a good thing. The autoantibody is a type of protein that is produced by the immune system which is directly going and fighting against one or more of our proteins. And in many of the autoimmune diseases are caused by autoantibodies. One of the autoantibodies that is found by 90% by Hashimoto patients is thyroid peroxidase, TPO. TPO is an enzyme normally found in the thyroid gland. It plays a very important role in the production of the thyroid hormones. And very often, in order to determine the cause of the thyroid disease, your physician would prescribe or order TPO test. TPO test detects antibodies against TPO in the blood. So in autoimmune disorders, immune system makes antibodies that mistakenly attacks a normal tissue or healthy organ. So in the case of Hashimoto, attacks is going to the healthy, actually, organ, thyroid gland. And the antibodies that attack the thyroid gland cause inflammation and impaired function of the thyroid gland. We know that very often this increase of TPO we can find very early in the development of the thyroid dysfunction. So the symptoms you can relate to increased TPOs are maybe from a very broad spectrum of not feeling well to anxiety, depression, weight gain, being easily overwhelmed, and unfortunately also miscarriages. So the presence of the TPO antibodies in the blood indicates that the cause of the thyroid disease is an autoimmune disorder, such as Hashimoto thyroiditis or Graves' disease, which is also an autoimmune disease attacking the thyroid gland. And as I said, the TPOs are present in around 90% of people who are suffering from Hashimoto thyroiditis, though not all people with TPO antibodies have a thyroid disease. And some research findings are showing that approximately between 10 and 27% of the general population will test for extremely low levels of antibodies when we have a norm of less than 35. This is considered as a norm. And further, a small number of antibodies may be present in people without thyroid disease. But when TPOs are present, this indicates a higher risk of thyroid disorders. That is why when there is a normal function still of the thyroid gland, your physician may want you to come for additional checkups in the coming months in order to monitor for future thyroid problems. What actually the high TPO values are telling us? It provides us with information how aggressive is the attack to your thyroid. It can serve also, as I said, as a monitoring tool for Hashimoto. So you would know by checking the TPOs, is your condition improving or is it worsening? It is a very good way to estimate which of the healthy interventions you are taking and working with are working and which not. So, but please be patient. It doesn't mean that you took a week of using a certain intervention and you can expect immediately change. So I would suggest check every 3 months and keep persistently doing the things you're doing, and then do not forget that it takes time before you will be able to see a full effect of intervention, and that the thyroid antibodies can fluctuate. So be patient. What causes these high TPOs? As you know, Hashimoto has a genetic component, but not everyone who has a genetic marker develops Hashimoto's. So we know also from identical twin studies that genetic alone would not lead to a development of Hashimoto thyroiditis. So there is certain combination, obviously, of factors like, genetics and lifestyle and environmental factors that are triggering a trigger for this condition. So Pamela, you are stating that after cutting gluten, you're feeling much better, and the thyroid antibodies dropped but still remain elevated. So what this means is that there is an autoimmune response still playing a game in your body. And you obviously haven't found and removed your autoimmune trigger. Or it might be other compromised areas of the body that may need your attention and need to be healed. For example, as very often absolutely forgotten or mistaken, the adrenal problems, when symptoms are caused by hyperactive immune system, which triggers adrenal burnout. So it's very important that you find and remove the autoimmune trigger. It's really the key. But how to do that? Some tips. I would suggest that you start with elimination diet, which would really learn you what are your body triggers. I once again would say that we all have similarities suffering from Hashimoto, but everyone individual is different. So please do the elimination diet and figure out your own triggers. I know that a lot of people get, and we have an evidence of the influence of gluten and dairy products on drastically improving the condition of Hashimoto, but I would suggest take your own investigation and check if necessary, treat if there is a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth and yeast overgrowth. Because, you know, the 20% of your day 4 is converted in the active form day 3 in our gut. And when the gut flora is disrupted, it's not functioning well, the conversion is reduced, leading to additional hypothyroidism symptoms. And we know that this problem with conversion of day 4 to day 3 is playing a role very often by Hashimoto thyroiditis patients. So also test and treat mineral deficiencies. There is abundance, I would say, of literature concerning of the effect of selenium deficiency on Hashimoto thyroiditis. I would suggest that you test first for selenium deficiency, and if deficiency is present, supplement for some months with a higher dosage of selenium under the professional supervision. And you may also want to test for deficiency of vitamin D. It helps quite a lot if there is deficiency to add vitamin D3 to 3, which can help you also with decreasing the TPOs and in general improving your health condition. The other mineral deficiency that can play a role is the zinc deficiency. And the last but not least, do your homework and restate your response to stimuli. In general, the autoimmune diseases patients are very much overreacting to the stimuli. I think it's very important to figure out which are your own also emotional triggers and reset your immune system. We have a wonderful program that you can follow and learn your own triggers and learn very practical tools how to reset your immune system, something that you would always have as tools in your bag and for lifetime. Yes, that was it. And I think the small present from all of us and Hashimoto Help Team, we decided to give a 50% discount on our online programs, as the program, as I just mentioned, of resetting your immune system, Hashimoto's heart, which works on the response to stimuli, as to the other program, Sacred Time, which includes the elimination diet, and really would walk you step by step through it under the guided supervision. Both programs are not just pure online, but you will be guided and supported during the whole program. So this was for today. I hope it has been useful. Keep trying, keep learning your body, and heal. We're born to live, not just survive. Talk to you soon.